Okay, I'm going to show you a few things today for what you can use for class using Trevor, my Jack Russell. See this mat? I'm going to show him how to go to the mat so you can start to show your dog how to use distance and send them to things. And you can do this at home where you use something simple and the mat is a good visual so that they have something visual that they know they need to go to specifically. You can do something as small as a notebook or a folder. I mean, anything that's just a visual aid. I just happen to have that bath mat. So I'll show you that, and then I'll show you a couple other things. Trevor. First, I'm going to just wait for him to get on the mat and reward him when he does. Good boy. He doesn't know what I want from him. Good boy. That's a good boy. Okay. Start out, good boy, kind of close to the mat. Good boy. Now, teaching tricks and new things that are really unnatural to dogs, good boy, takes a lot of, good boy, waiting, patience, and not telling them what to do because they don't know what you want from them. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good Trevor. Good Trevor. Okay. You can see he's a little confused. Good boy, Trevor. Good boy. That's a good Trevor. Good boy. Good boy. Very good. Okay. And I say okay, make sure to let him know that he's released. Good boy. And remember, it's all about timing. So as soon as he hits that mat, that's when I reward him. Good boy. You can start to distance it. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. You can start to distance yourself so that you can see if they understand actually going to the mat. Good boy. Good boy. Very good. Okay. Once they start to actually go to it, you can start to put a command to it. Go to mat. Good boy. You can say go to place, whatever. Good boy. Mat. Good boy. Good boy, Trevor. Good Trevor. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good Trevor. Always return to the dog when you're doing good boy. Good boy. As they know that staying is what gets the reward, and you come back to bring it to them. Good boy. Okay, all done. Okay, so that's doing that. Now we're going to do a few little tricks. Now I actually haven't worked on the weave with him much, and I want to show the weave one more time because I know it can actually be kind of difficult, and it's really more difficult for the human than the dog because you have to be pretty coordinated. Remember, your dog needs to know the touch. Good boy. Good boy. I'm just reviewing it with him because I haven't done it with him in a while. If they get confused, start over. Trevor's so high strung. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Having a high strung dog makes it a little more difficult, as you can see. Weave. Weave. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, and I confused him. Weave. Good boy. Good boy, Trevor. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. And you can start to walk. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. All done with that. Okay, now I can do some simple ones. You can actually have them on your side where you just do spins. Good boy. Basically just lure them. Now when you go one direction, good boy. Say something. I say spin and turn. So spin. Good boy. Spins to the right, turns to the left. And this one turn. Turn. Ah, here we go. Good boy. Good boy. Turn. Good boy. I'm saying the words here because I'm doing it as they're doing the behavior. Turn. Good boy. Turn. Good boy. Spin. Spin. Good boy. You can eventually just spin. Spin. Good boy. Turn. Turn. Good boy. Now, we went over Play Dead with my group last week. Some people want to know Play Dead, so I'm going to show you that. Actually, he's really good at this. So, for a dog that's not good at it, get them in a down, and then get them, good boy, to go over. And the best way to do it is just see what side they're going to, good boy. See what side their hip is going to lean on, and guide them that direction. But what you can eventually get is bang. Good boy. Okay. And I'll say bang, and that's obviously my command. He knows it. Bang. Good boy. Okay. Okay. Are you ready? Do you want to do something new? You can also catch behaviors. High five, shake. Anyone can teach this to the dog. It's really easy for dogs if they paw at you a lot. And catching a behavior can take a little bit longer unless the dog does it a lot. That would be the same with like teaching a dog to speak on command. If a dog kind of barks, then you can teach it to speak. Tell me. Good boy. So, if you want to do shake or high five, as soon as the dog gives a paw, you go, good boy, take the paw, shake it, or high five it, and reward them. And then you eventually say, do this as your hand signal. Put your hand out. As soon as they put the paw, you say, shake. Good boy, reward it every time. Like I said, you're waiting for the dog to do it, so you're catching the behavior. So it can take longer. If the dog does it a lot, it can be really quick because you can just sit there all day and the dog will just paw at you, and you eventually teach it that you do this and they do this, and it's a shake command and they know how to do it. It can be obnoxious because there can be times when they think that you want shake or they'll just bat at you all the time. that's kind of a risk you have to take. And at that point, you just ignore the dog if you haven't asked for a shake. Don't say don't, no, just don't say anything, just ignore the dog. Shake, good boy. Shake, good boy. For those dogs that don't give the paw and aren't doing that on command, what you can do is you can, which actually he didn't, he was actually harder to do with shake. Sorry for the phone. No, we're not playing. Get up. You can tickle the back of their foot, so you can kind of, right here, and sometimes they'll do this, lift their foot, and as soon as they do, good boy, give the reward. You can also get, which some people think this is cruel, but it's not, it doesn't hurt them at all. Get a little bit of masking tape and tape it here. They'll pick their foot up to get want the tape off. As soon as they do, good boy, you're gonna take that tape off real quick once they learn that picking up their foot is what you're looking for. And you can actually do that as well for the command. I know that I told you that I did the command where I taught the dog to pick up its foot like this, right, left, and you can do that as well. Put a piece of tape as soon as they lift the paw, good boy, so as soon as they lift this paw. If you're gonna do right, left, then teach them right, left. You know, obviously if you're doing the same command, but different directions, just like the spin and the turn, you gotta make sure your commands are completely different. They don't rhyme, they don't sound the same, and they're really different because even though they're kind of similar, they're doing different directions or different feet. So you have to make sure that's pretty precise with the dog doesn't get confused. Which, you know, it can happen, but it's better if you can make the distinction. Okay, I'm gonna get another dog and I'm gonna show you how to do one with another. I'll be back.